Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Liliveth Tate channel. Hello, how is everybody in the world today, tonight, afternoon in your time? So it's January. Let me check in the calendar so that I'm sure. January 5 here in the Philippines. It's 2026, so baking time. So I'm a bit uh, boring. So and when I checked yesterday, we no longer have cookies in our jar. So it's time for me to share with you guys my favorite and also Frank's favorite oatmeal cookies with pecan. So this is really good and it's kind of a healthy compared to other cookies that you can get in the supermarket. Okay, so this is homemade. So this is my original recipe. So by the way, guys, I would like to make a love shout out to all my members and to all my new subscribers who subscribed and to all my pioneer viewers and subscribers. Thank you so much for still believing, excuse me, in my show. So we don't want to take a long story here. So I'll check everything is okay about my ingredients. So if you're ready, guys, let's start baking. But before that, let me get my Wonder Apron. So it's quite the weather here. It's quite good. Okay, no rain, no earthquake or typhoon. It's normal, but it's normal for us here in the Philippines that it's kind of a warm, okay? Because what can you expect the tropical country? All right, so let me get my Wonder Apron. Hold on. And thank you so much for those who go on my live streaming a few days ago. So that's very good topic that people can relate or can share their opinion, especially for those engaging Filipina girlfriend or Filipino boyfriend or Westerners. Okay, so let me wear this, please. Oh, hold on, guys. So I don't know, or what's on the. So I really used of using apron, and before that, mm, of course, I need to clip my hair because I don't want hair on my stuff. So I like the now it's very clear. I apologize, guys. I and please support my premiere. Okay, so please support my premiere this coming January 6th. Okay, so I apologize if you gonna notice that the video was kind of not clear. Okay, so So guys, my advice for those who are beginners, for those new to YouTube or any kind of social media platform, guys, don't lose your hope, especially if nobody watching you. At least there's one person will notice your video or your content. Okay, so keep doing things that you would like to share to the world. Okay, so don't lose your hope. Okay, it's better to believe yourself, so that one day you will surprise that your channel will bigger than among the others. Okay, just keep doing what you like to do in your channel or any kind of social media platform. Let me get my eyeglasses cleaner. So I already prepared the dry ingredients for this. So you can buy, I bought, flour that it's already shifted. So once I bake, so I don't need to shift the flour. So if you have time, it's up to you. You can use, you can shift. So I have to wear my eyeglass so that I can see the things that I'm doing. So anyway, for baking, guys, you have to measure it correctly. Okay, so that the consistent and the flavor and the taste of your cookies or cake, it's still the same. So not, tancha. So you have to precise the measurement for that. So for the butter, guys, you cannot really, we need a whole butter for this. So when you melt this is 1 cup. So let me wash my hand first. So if you want to ask something, feel free, guys. So you can throw this in your microwave if you have microwave. But if you don't have, so it takes time, or you can store this in a room temperature and let it melt. But it takes time. So if you have a microwave, just defrost for about um, 10 seconds. So I need spatula. Can you see me, guys? Okay, I will move this a little. Okay. And of course, if you have electric hand mixer, that would be easy for you. But if you don't have, just use manual. So this one, you can save this. Okay, if you bake something, you can put some this on your baking pan. But me, I don't want to store this in my ref because it's kind of a messy for me. But my advice, you can keep this and use to grease your baking pan. So now, so I already have, okay guys, I don't need to write this. So just listen about the ingredients. So I already have 3 cups of all-purpose flour shifted. And then let's me mix with the dry ingredients here. So here guys, the butter it's already melted. So let it will melt soon. So just like that. So it's up to you. You can use unsalted or salted butter. It doesn't really matter. So if you're looking for, if you try to budgeting your budget, instead of butter, you can use margarine. So I let it melt there. So now, so I already measured, the 3 cups all-purpose flour. So what we need is to mix with our dry ingredients like cinnamon, cinnamon powder. So I need my measuring cup. So I need 1.5 cup of cinnamon powder or ground. So I love doing this because I know to myself that, the cookies that I made is clean and, there's no other ingredients like, some they said that, this is the ingredients that they use, but you never know. So that's a good thing that guys, that if you know how to do things like this, because it also protect your health. So I need 1.5. Okay. I love the smell of cinnamon. And then half. Okay. Ooh. And then 1/4 nutmeg. So 3/4 baking soda. So I'm gonna use half teaspoon for this, and then half. Because there's no exact measurement for 3/4 teaspoons. So you have to calculate it. That's why, guys, even though cooking, everything, mathematics, you always use that in your daily lives, whether you like it or not. Okay, what else? Salt. So I need half teaspoon salt. Okay. So mix. Ay, ay, ay. So guys, and my advice, don't change once, because if your channel will receive a lot of membership, don't expect that people who join on your membership will last until they gonna stay there for 1 month, 2 months. So don't really so become a big head or somebody give you a donation. Okay, don't expect that things every time you do live it happened. That no, don't expect that. Okay, because that's what I notice about those people. When you invite them and then suddenly they have lots of members, they become a snobby if somebody wants to work with them. So like I said when we started about this, so keep doing no matter what, one or nobody watching, but I know because this is worldwide. Okay, I know there's one or two will notice your video as long as you do the things that you really love and want to share the world. So I already mixed this. Now it's time for me to get my mixer. So my mini hand mixer is very useful talaga. So before that, of course, let me reheat our oven for 176 Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. So when you bake this, that's so fast. 15 or 20 minutes. It's according your, if it's electric, guys, like just 9 to 10 minutes. But if you're going to use gas, so it takes 15 or 20 minutes. It depends how hot is your oven. So you cannot really base if you're going to say that, okay, 9 or 10 minutes. If you use electric, you cannot really compare if you're using gas, okay? So now, let me measure 3/4, half cup pala, half cup of white sugar. And then 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So this kind of measurement, guys, you cannot really taste or experience this is too sweet. Okay, just right, guys. So I have to return those stuff that I already used because, my countertop is not too big for you guys. So I've already done the salt, the spices, and then baking soda. Baking soda is very useful. You can use this to clean if you have, if there's a stain on, like tea or coffee stain in your coffee mug, you can use this. Very useful. That's why I always have a big pack of baking soda. All right, so mhm. So I need to plug this. So yesterday I noticed that my New Year's resolution is not to eat a lot. Okay, so I just I eat rice, but I have to. I hope that I can able to control that. Hey, get you, Lion. Hello, what's up? So yesterday I checked, the jar. Oh my goodness, no more cookies. Somebody attacked my cookies. So, oh, before that, guys, to make sure that you don't. Hey, good morning. So that make sure that your egg is not rotten. Of course, you have to use your bowl for that, so that everything is. So this is large egg, guys. This is large size. So you need two. Don't direct to your sugar in your bowl. Okay, this is good. Even though that make sure talaga, so that don't waste your ingredients. Okay, this one is good. So egg in Tagalog is itlog. So sometimes, this is the cursing thing for men. If somebody, kind of, they making joke for the man, we call this itlog, but itlog is just like, okay, so let's add this. And then butter. So guys, don't forget to give me a like, comment, and please share my video to others. I really appreciate it. But after you bake this, you have a lot of, things that you use. That's the thing that, sometimes I'm lazy, but now I need to bake because I don't have a snack. Okay, so vanilla extract. Mabango. So I need 1 teaspoon for this. Okie dokie. Next time, I really want to make a pineapple muffin, but I don't have pineapple here on my, so it's not yet my schedule to go to the supermarket. So next time. So are you ready to hear the noise? Especially for those people, when you're rich, like you're almost to 50, like 45 up, you have to be careful about the food that you intake. If you want to see your grandchildren, but if not, it's your choice. All the things that happen in in our lives, it's a matter of choice. Okay, so here we go. Somebody, uh, tell me that it's not easy to bake. No, it's easy if you really want to learn. But if you don't, yeah, it's kind of a hard for you. Because like me before, we don't have oven in our, in hometown. My mother not to bake these things, but it's just like I'm very curious when I buy some cookies in the store that, oh, how can I make this in my own way? So I learned that, that's a good thing, guys, that, I'm so happy that there's internet in our generation because YouTube is really helpful to me. But nowadays, I notice that not really. So when YouTube starts, yeah, there's so many things that you can learn. But now it's no longer that because they try to get views. They teach like tutorial, but it's just like kind of short short explanation. They don't really explain into a precise way. Okay. So now this is just like I spend this, for about hundreds or what, but it don't really expensive. Okay, so I need the 1 tablespoon. So, oh my goodness, before the main ingredients of my show is the pecan. So I need the pecan. So just 1 cup pecan. Oh my God. I have no idea what's the pecan. So during that time, okay, so I'm share with you guys. Okay, for those Filipino, this is the look of pecan. This is not walnut. Okay? And so masarap. Crunchy. The walnut, there's an aftertaste. This one, no. That's why I love this. So I'll give you a little love story. Me and Frank. During the time that we're talking online, he introduced, chocolate turtle, chocolate turtle or turtle chocolate. I don't know which one is correct. Turtle chocolate, I think that's the correct. And then I told him, no, I have no idea. But I know some Hershey's product. So that time, my favorite is Baby Ruth. And then when he decided to come here and meet me and marry me, he bought me a big box of turtle chocolate. And in fairness, it's so good. Now, so I invite, that time, my communication with my siblings is not really often. The only thing that we have a regular communication is my nephew Rams. And then of course my little sister. We're not sister in blood, but I treated her like my own sister, Izay. So I told Izay that, okay, I share the chocolate that your kuya Frank brought me. And then, so I gave one for her, one for the husband, and two for her little boy. And then the husband, when he tastes it, he wants to get the 2 turtle chocolate. And then he say, no, Ate Lily, save this for your son. So it makes me laugh about that. So that's the thing that, first time I try, the pecan. Okay. So before we move here in my crib, so we stay for about 1 month in hotel in Ortigas Center in Mandaluyong. So first we stay in Malayan Hotel, And then, of course, Frank gave me a good hotel. I'm furnished to him. So I really appreciate that. We moved to the best hotel, okay? Discovery Suite. And one of the thing that, is free breakfast. So there's a free breakfast, and I saw a lot of, there's some food that I don't know. It's just like, oh, I told Frank, oh, there's a pecan. And then, me, I'm shy to get something there, even though that you already paid that, okay? Because I'm not used of doing that. So, and then he said, yeah, you can get and you can eat. So when Frank told me, oh, you can get, I get a lot. And that's the time that I fell in love with the pecan because, there's no aftertaste, okay? But the walnut has an aftertaste. Even, even the almonds, guys, if you eat a lot, you're gonna do number two after you eat in a few minutes. But this one, I don't experience that kind of experience that I eat for those two nuts. So that's the thing that, it makes me in love with this kind of nuts. And some Filipinos, they are not really know about this. Because I can tell that in myself before. The only nuts that almonds, walnut, and peanut, cashew. But other than that, I'm ignorant. So I have to chop this, guys. Because, the oatmeal has also texture. And guys, if you're constipated, this is good. Because, the pecan is also high in fiber. So you don't have a hard time, to do number two for this because it gives you a lot of fiber, especially for those older guys. Whether you admit it or not, it's part of your health that sometimes you have a hard time to do number two because your body take less fiber. So that's the love story that I share with you guys. Frank, okay, never stay me in a cheap hotel or whatever, okay? So I give salute to him because that's the time that I can feel that, oh, this man really, really serious on me. He never cares about how much is the cost of that hotel just to stay with me. And one thing that I know that Frank is really, he's really the love. When during the pandemic, he never leave me until now. Even though that I told him that, oh, you can go to the United States, to have vacation by yourself. But, he don't like that. He wants to stay with me. Because here's the thing. When he come here in the Philippines to meet me, he already knows that it will cost a lot of money. But he don't really think that because it's worth it to spend the money to the girl that he likes, he loves. So for those, okay, don't be cheap, huh? Don't be cheap. If you're really serious to that woman, okay, whether she like it or not, you have to give her presentable place to stay, especially if you want to know her, okay? For me, if I'm the man, I will give the good, the best place that I can provide for her. Okay. Sometimes, Filipino will refuse to take that, but no, you have to insist that, because that's the purpose, to show her that you are serious, that you are really serious to have relationship with her. Okay, so good. Gichi, I have something to ask you if you don't mind. How is your love life? Do you have love life? Okay, so I'm done. So it's not the thing. It's not the thing. If somebody watch this, it's not the thing to demand you to give that, but it's part of your sincerity towards the woman that you really want to be part of your life. Okay. So my question is, how's the status of your love life now? So just add the dry ingredients little by little. Well, I'm going to be asking you something later so you can be part of answering the question. We chat later. Ay, nako, Gichi. So that time that I don't expect that. Okay. And, when Frank coming here, everything, everything, the flight, the things like that. So I was so impressed. We stay in a good hotel. And the second hotel that we move is way better than the first one. But compare the first one, it's kind of a like, the rates that I gonna give is just like 4 star. But the second hotel that we stay, it's 5 star. Especially the food, I enjoy it. So I never miss the day that we eat breakfast. Sometimes, Frank said, "No, I don't. I'm still, but I never miss that. That's the one of the second part that I really enjoy to stay in that hotel is the breakfast because they have a good food." Okay, so now, oh, it's sticky. Yay, yay. How can I remove this? Hold on. So I'm not saying this, to demand or what. It's just like that's the way I feel when Frank wants to meet me in person. And that time, the first gift that he gave me, okay, because before we met, I already wearing eyeglasses. But when by the time that he called me, I don't wear it because sometimes it makes me feel that I'm look old when I'm wearing eyeglasses. So my eyeglasses is not transition eyeglasses, okay. And then we go to podium that's in at the back of Mega Mall. It's a nice mall. And then when he do like that, because the sun and then is your eyeglasses is not transition. And then I told him, no, this is ordinary eyeglasses that reading by focus and things like that. And then he brought me to Mega Mall, and uh, I go there and to get another new eyeglasses with transition. So I don't expect that from her because the time that we're together, I don't demand any because I don't want to make some issue that I just with him because there's a things that I really want to get and from him, but I don't do that. So that's hope one day. Okay, I will never forget that things that I experienced when I first met Frank, and of course I I inform my family. I never become a secretive when it comes to that because no matter what, family is family. It's not the thing that I don't trust him, but it's the thing of my safety. Who is this? Huh? Ice, ice. Hi, hello. What's up? So I'm baking. I'm making. I'm baking cookies, oatmeal cookies. Okay. So by the way, guys, for the oatmeal, any kind of oatmeal, you can use instant or you can use the other So you can hear me now? Sorry, my microphone is low, but okay, I have to charge the old one. So please give me a thumbs up, guys, if you hear me. Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Brett. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Brett Glazo on the live chat. So this man is always sharing his money, or he's sharing his blessing to me. So from the bottom of my heart, from the Tate's family, I really appreciate that, brother. So so I wish one day I will interview you again, Brett. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the thing, Gitchi. Okay, so for those not yet monetized, your video is just like you cannot really over to 15 minutes. Okay, but if you're monetized, you can able to do how long is your video. Okay, but if I gonna do that for 10 minutes, that's why there's some a process that like this, it takes, I cannot get this for 10 minutes. So that's why instead of, of filming this, I preferred to make this in live. Okay. Gitchy Lion, when Frank watched his favorite new series, the song Smiling Faces. Sometimes I like that song. When I hear that and then Frank singing that, oh, when I look at on the lyrics, a lot of people are like that. Okay? Smiling faces sometimes. Okay, so I think this is okay now. So this is the thing, guys, that here, the consistency of the uh, oatmeal and pecan base is thick. Okay, so this is ready now. Oh, okay. So now ready to rumble. Okay. So I have to check, my oven because sometimes it's off. By the time that I'm ready, that's the difference between the gas and, electric. Electric, once, you on, it's still there. But sometimes gas, sometimes it's cut off. Okay. Now, to make it sure my hands is clean, wash it again with hand soap. Wipe it. Okay. Now, so the measurement is 1 tablespoon, like this. Okay. And then I will show you guys. Okay, this is my hand. Okay. Put here. Okay, because it's kind of thick. And then do like this. So by the time that you put it on the parchment paper on the baking tray, all you have to do is just do like this. Like that. Okay? Simple. So the 3 cups of all-purpose flour and then 2 cups of oatmeal in 1 cup of chopped pecan. It's a lot of cookies that you can make. But you have to measure it, just 1 tablespoon. So me first, I do, the round thing, and then I gonna smash this later. Oh, yeah, you know what? The reason why I want this because I use, I use oatmeal because it's part of our breakfast oatmeal. And then one time I told Frank that if you eat oatmeal, it causes bad breath. Okay, so every time I ask him, to eat breakfast, he refused. He refused to eat oatmeal because he doesn't want to have a bad breath. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's true. If you don't brush your teeth after you eat oatmeal, it causes bad breath, just like the coffee. It causes bad breath because one of the dirtiest part in our body is our mouth. So if you're not aware of hygiene, personal hygiene, yeah, you will experience bad breath and people will around you, they will experience that you are not hygienic because you have a bad breath. Okay. But uh, it's so quiet where you're at, Lily. Oh, you know what, Ice? I'm here in the gated community, And my place is so private. I'm not living in the ghetto. Okay. That's the reason why I'm very quiet. My place is so quiet. So important also finding a place is the location, because sometimes, uh, we feel like stress or uh, tired of things. So if you're gonna stay in the noisy place, or it brings you to, oh my God, you really feel burnout for that kind of noise. So that's why I prefer to stay in this gated community, very quiet. And at the same time, my safety here is 100% safe. Smile. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's the thing, guys, that, to make it, sometimes for those couple, okay, during the time that you are boyfriend and girlfriend, they're very hygienic. But sometimes, like men and women, when they, when they get married, they are no longer smell good. They are no longer uh, look look clean. No, you don't have to do that, guys. In fact, if you're married, you have to be clean and more presentable. So every day, your husband or your wife still in love, still, that's facts. Okay, so I have to wet my hand a little so that it won't stick, and I'm gonna smash this with my uh, palm. Oops. Oh yeah. Oh, I CC. Okay, not IC. CC, where you from? Are you in Manila or are you out of country? So actually, I use my three finger. Much better to use the three finger than my palm, because it gonna be nice and flat. Okay. Because guys, this one, once you bake it, it gonna be uh expand. So this is good for diabetic people. Okay, because this is not really sweet, just right. Okay, so I will show you guys. So this is how it look now. Okay, now it's time for me to bake this for 15 to 20 minutes. So while doing that, because my baking tray just one, I'm gonna use my pizza baking tray, and then of course my rack, cooling rack. This one, cooling rack. So this is my, so guys, this is not only for pizza. You can also use this for making cookies. I'm in Florida, okay. Are you American or are you Filipino? Do you have a channel, Cece? Oh, there's a cornmeal here. That's one thing, Gitchi, that once I bought cornmeal, I always buy a lot because once you have that on the shelf, in a few weeks it's gone. Okay. I like cornmeal. So black people, they love catfish. So I cook catfish for Frank, and then I use, instead of flour, I use cornmeal. So that's Southern style. Okay, let me read this from Frank. Lily gets hers from the bake shop at SM Mall. You can find cornmeal in Davao, Gichi. Send me a money. So I will buy you a cornmeal, and then I will LBC in Davao so that you have a cornmeal. Because even here in Metro Manila, it's kind of hard to find a cornmeal. Bruce, okay. I'm apologize sometimes if I cannot really recognize you guys, because there's so many people that I meet online. But if you acknowledge yourself, just I will, I try to remember you guys. Yeah, I did. I really want to cook, I really want to cook, turkey. But my oven is too small for the turkey. Oh, you know what, Gitri? This is the thing that once I started talking and I married to Frank, I consider myself it's part of black culture. Okay? And same thing, Frank. Oh my goodness. I already have the Cornish hen. I did that, did she? Actually, last year, uh, or Christmas Eve dinner, I cook duck with orange sauce. Hush puppies are good to go with fish, huh? I know the hush puppies breed is a brand of shoes here in the Philippines. But I know the hush puppies. I think that's American brand of shoes. It makes me laugh. First time I saw the Cornish hen in SNR, I told Frank, what is this? Is this quail? And then he said, no, Cornish hen. I try to cook, soul food, American soul food. But the only thing that I can't able, to cook, I cook, cornbread. I mastered that cornbread, okay? And then smothered pork chop, smothered cabbage, catfish. But the thing is that it miss my my to complete the soul food is the colored greens because we don't have colored green here in the Philippines. So I love, the first time I try, the colored green because one of my friend online in YouTube, uh, BioBelly, last year he visited Philippines, and he gave me colored green because before he came here he asked me, Ati, what do you want me to bring you? I just told him that, oh, I want colored green. But he can't find the colored green fresh, but he bought the can. And when I try it, oh my god, I love the colored green. But the sad part is we don't have that here in the Philippines. We have mustard, napa uh, cabbage, but we don't have colored green. So when I try that, oh my goodness, it's so good, especially when I cook. So I cook, southern style. And soul food, fried chicken, cornbread, and then collard green, and then tomato. Oh my god, so amazing. I enjoy that. So I try to research those organic farm here in the Philippines. They have kale, but they don't have collard green. You need 1 egg, salt, baking soda, and baking powder for hush puppies. Oh yeah. Oh, Brett, I have a question for you. Can you cook? So let me check. Red wine. Not yet. So that's the thing, guys. That's the difference when you bake. If you use the gas, it's kind of the baking process. It kind of longer than the electric, because the electric oven, the heat is consistent, but the the gas is not. So it depends how if you have the tank is new, you can get the right heat on that. But if it's not, it takes time to uh, like I said, 15 to 20 minutes. I have some short videos on my channel of stuff that I cook. Okay. I mean, cook from scratch. It's not ready to cook. What I mean, Brett, is scratch that you have your own recipe. Oh my God, so mabango. So when you bake, it takes a lot of patience. Okay, you don't have to rush. Once the base is cooked, you have to take a lot of patience, because if it's not, it might gonna be burned, and you don't really want your cookies will smell burn. Oh yeah, you cook adobo. Oh, that's good. I'm proud of you that you cook adobo. So while I'm waiting for that, so let me make another bowls. Bowls. So like I told you guys, that if you're gonna use 1 table measurement, not over tablespoon, you make a lot of cookies for the measurement that because 1 cup of chopped pecan, 2 cups of oatmeal, and then 3 cups of all-purpose flour is 6 cups. So you make a lot of cookies for that. Just to measure 1 table spoon each base. So okay, if sometimes when I taste some other cookies that is not really buttery flavor, because they use ghee. The ghee, that instead of butter. So Don't use ghee to make, cookies. Use, instead of ghee, you can use margarine, because margarine is less price than, the butter. So I remember, guys, that, for those not yet know about what really means passport bro thing. Passport bro is like it. This is originate with the black. When I say black, for those American, you know already what is black. But for those people that not particular the word black, it means that black American, especially for those Asian people. Black, if they American, they already understood what black means. Okay, but for those Asian, uh, they are black American. Okay, passport bro is just like they travel different countries, not only in Asia, different countries in the world. Okay, so passport bro are black men travel different countries. So I'm not putting down, or I'm not prejudiced towards white people. But if you're white, if you're gonna tell yourself that you are passport bro, you are not. Because when I look the definition of passport bro, and then the expat, the definition, it's almost the same. But it's like that's like a brotherhood for black. Okay. So when you say it, if they are Nigerian, or they're from Jamaica, they are not passport bro. They are Jamaican. They are Nigerian. Okay. Because I know from black people, they always say bro or what. That's their brotherhood endearment term. Okay, so this one is ready. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, smell good, guys. So this is how it. So I will show that to you later, guys. But it's still hot, so I have to put it on the baking rack. Mainit. So next batch. Even though I'm Filipino, I grew up on the southern cuisine, having lived in Panhandle too long. Okay, so Cici, where are you from? Are you in Luzon? Are you in Visayas? Or are you in Mindanao? Actually, guys, I grown that, I'm not really because I have so many siblings, big sisters. Okay. So I don't really, I don't really into the cooking, but since that my parents, especially my mom, teach us, to be independent when it comes, how to clean the house, how to wash your clothes, how to cook. Because this is one thing that I always heard from them, that what will happen if they gone, or if they die, who gonna take care of yourself, because you're gonna depend on us. So that's one thing that we learn. But since that, I also observe those, my big sister, they cook. So it's just like when I was like 5 years old, 6 years old, I started to peel off the garlic, the slice the tomato, things like that. And then at the age of 10 years old, I know how to cook. I know how to cook rice. So until that, I really love, to do things, especially now that it's easy for us, YouTube, like I said a while ago, YouTube is very helpful, okay, for those people that they do things that it brings people additional information, another, no, um, additional experience, and sharing their knowledge to people. Because there's a certain things that, oh, I when I go to restaurant, okay, I know the name of that recipe, and some of the ingredients I know, I can recognize that. But since that, we're very lucky to have this kind of social media platform, and Google, it brings a lot of information to us. So it's easy for me to, this is the ingredients. So excuse me, I make my own recipe for that. Excuse me. So the thing is, when I feel a bit um, hungry, instead of attack my rice cooker and eat some of ulam, so I prepare to eat cookies, so it don't really fill me to eat a lot of rice or eat a lot of meat. Okay, so I think this is cool now. Okay, here guys. Okay, but it's still warm. This is how it look, and this is how it look at the back. So this is not look burned. So you have to take your time, to wait until it's golden brown at the back. Okay. Super mabango. So I have to put it here to call it. What do you mean? I didn't study Philippines geography. Honestly, my dad was a military, so we moved when I was 2. My mom is from Bicol and my dad from Cavite. Oh, you're both Filipino. So your parents both Filipino, but now they are, American citizen. Am I right? So Bicol, that's part of Luzon. That's northern Luzon. Southern Luzon. Oh, this is the thing that it makes me, the oven is cut off. But I have to let it cool for a while because I don't want to boom. It's kind of scary. All right. So now, so you can still use, guys, don't, as long as, the parchment paper is not burned, you can still reuse, okay? Okay. So at least you still embrace the Filipino culture, even though that you was 2 years old when you moved there in the States. So that's a good thing. So I really give salute to those Filipino parents that they still introduce the Filipino culture to their children, even though that they are in the modern country. Yeah. Yeah, me too. As long as it's not burned, it's still white. Oh, I keep using that. Parchment paper here. It's kind of a pricey. It's not the thing that I don't have money. I can't afford that. Yes, I can afford, but it's just like I'm still in the mindset that you have to be uh what do you call that, practical. So we're gonna next this for third batch. Still, here, still have a lot of. So are you married? Are you married, Cece? Okay, so I have something that, for those black people who married to a Filipina, and then their marriage life is not really work. Okay, so I think that I do believe that it's not only for the female side that has mistake, and also the male side also has a mistake. So you have to analyze who is the more mistake in that relationship, in that marriage. It did not work. So okay, there's some in incident that, some Filipina wants their husband bring it to the States, and she realized that, oh, I have a more opportunity here in the States. So the husband decided, to sell everything and to move here in the Philippines for good. But once he bring his wife to the States, the wife suddenly changed because she looked that there's a lot of opportunity in the West now. So the marriage did not really work. Okay, so it's up to you guys, because you're grown when you meet with each other. So it's up to you. Okay, so you have agreement. So okay, so I'm good with this. Here I'm here in the States, or you're there in the Philippines. So you have to put some agreement that, okay, oh, I can find my boyfriend, I can find my, girlfriend, but don't interfere. Okay, don't interfere things about me. So that's a good, agreement. But don't show to people, don't tell online that you are, the Filipina use you to find, especially guys, that your wife or your ex find a white man. Okay, don't tell online that your wife use you to find her white man. I can see the power play on that kind of statement. Okay, so did you ask yourself why my wife decided to deal with this white man instead of you? Because she's married, she's married at you. So why she suddenly decided to pick that white man, to live with that white man instead of you? So don't tell in the world that you are a victim. Okay? Don't, because you bring embarrassment to yourself and also to your wife and to those people that you love right now. So don't show the world that you are a victim, because that's your story. Nobody hears the side of your ex story. So you cannot really put blame on her, or she cannot really put blame on you, because this is two-person involved in this. So, like I said, nobody just only take the blame. One person, you both. Okay, if the relationship did not work, if the marriage did not work, you both have mistake, not the one side. Okay, so the question is, who make more mistake that the marriage did not work? So you cannot really blame just one side. Yeah, that's the best thing to move on. But the word move on, it depends how the situation create, how the situation start and end. But don't show to people or tell to people that you are your ex using you to find another man. So it's not the white man problem. Why your ex choose him? Okay, sometimes people, they just say this because they don't really see the big picture, that they're one also cause of that marriage that marriage failed. It's just like, in Tagalog, storya mo yan eh. Kaya pa-victim ka. Things like that. It's okay if you're boyfriend and girlfriend, because yeah, there's no, there's no marriage contract involved. Because, if you're gonna tell, okay, you cannot, for me, I do believe, the saying that it's not only one side, two side. Why the marriage, why the relations did not really work? I know, some people are just, this is one thing that instead telling the truth, especially those people involved of blogging in YouTube, instead telling the truth so that people will not copy that kind of style or kind of technique. They just shown that because of the views. And they don't really recognize that they embarrass themselves to the world by saying that. I feel sorry for you, man. You smell like a chicken poops. That's ridiculous, guys. No, I'm not. Well, I'm not preaching, but I'm telling the truth, because sometimes men and women, they just tell the world that they are victim of this, but they never tell why that person did that to you, and you don't give a chance before you saying that online. You mention it's there with you so that that person can depend their self for what accusation that you throw into them. Not only you, because they cannot do things, they cannot help themselves to explain, because that's your show, or that's your channel. So that's unfair for them. So when I watch that, when I hear that, oh my God, I don't really like that kind of comment that the person say that online. So that's the reason why, guys, for those Western people, okay, don't share your personal life if you're dealing with a Filipina, that the Filipina is not annulled. Because you know what? You throwing to your ex or your ex-wife things like that she's a bad person. Come on, it will gonna be come back to you who's the real bad is. Okay? So don't do that. So for those Western people, if you're dealing with a married or separated Filipina, but she's not annulled, remember this. At the eyes of the law here in the Philippines, she's still married even though it's been a long time that they separated. So that's prohibited a person or any race to have a relationship with her, because you're gonna end up on the prison or in the jail. So don't share that online, okay? Keep it secret, okay? I'll give you advice. Keep it secret until one day that she's free. You can share anything you want because you have the right to share that. But if not, just keep it secret. And then don't tell anyone that you are a victim, okay? You are the suspect also at the same time promoter of this kind of relationship did not really work or failed. law is law. And then, some, I hear that, another, there's a white man in love with a Filipina. She's separated, but she's not annulled. Okay. And then he said that I don't care, I don't care if she's annulled or she's separated as long as I love her. Oh, you really care if you go to the jail. Because here, the prison here, you don't really like to stay. You don't die on the sentence that you will get, but if you're living in our prison here, your life is, your lifespan, little by little becomes shorter. You don't really like to stay here in our prison here in the Philippines. So don't say that you don't care. Oh yeah, you must be care. So that's one thing that, oh my God, I just shake my head. You know what, guys? These people are not using their brain. Oh my goodness, guys. You can see, guys, that okay, in a prison, just a room, guys. That's why during the lockdown, guys, during the pandemic, there's a lot of person died for COVID-19 because it's just like from the ceiling, just like one foot distance from their banks, and then in their bank bed is just like three people sleeping there. You have to side your body so that you can able to pass that. And then there's no electric fan, there's a lot of mosquitoes, and the food that they don't really give a good food in the prison, guys. Mm-mm. So don't tell on online that you don't care. Okay, come on, don't be like that. You don't really like. Okay. And sometimes some prison they rape. They put some chili on your asshole, or they put chili on your anus, especially if they know it depends what crime you involve. If you have a rape victim, if you are a rapist, oh wait, they put some chili on your anus, and they're gonna. Okay, so the question is, do you think there's a lot of Filipino women who try scam or trap American guys, then once they get the green cards, they bounce? Actually, it depends, it depends. I salute to those Filipina that in their intention is to live with their husband, Western husband, but some they do. Okay, I cannot really generalize that. Like I said, some, it's according how the relationship built, because some Filipina, it's just like, the marriage thing, when they get married, it's just like a short time period. And they don't really know with each other. But like the man also, you don't have to rush the Filipina to marry. You have to take time to know her, because sometimes some Filipina is one of their dream. Okay, I'm not saying it's one of the dream to have that green card. And once they get that green card, everything change. So my advice is, instead marrying in the States, you better marry here in the Philippines, because she cannot do something that you don't know. Like in the States, it's easy for her to divorce him or to divorce her. But here in the Philippines, it takes a lot of time before the court will accept that. Okay, If you married here and then he will go to the states, and because the marriage is recognized in the states, so at the eyes of the law in the state, if she's married here or he's married here, and then she or he filed divorce in the state, they divorce here, but we come here in the Philippines, they still married. That's the difference, guys. But yeah, I cannot really tell. But some people see that they use the men to have that green card. But it depends, how they start the relationship, how they start build the family after the marriage. And some Western men also, they use some Filipina, they bring some Filipina in the States or in Europe, that when they bring their wife or their spouse, they suddenly change. They use their spouse as a slave, or it's just like they can do whatever they want to do. Like there's an instance that they married there, but the somewhere in California, the husband sail his wife to a bar club. There's so many incidents that you cannot really say. It depends. The one thing that I can tell CC is it depends how they build the relationship. Because here's my thought process for that is, if they're both serious with each other, things that happen that they take for granted, they use the man or they use the woman to have that green thing, it will not happen if they are serious and sincere with each other. Okay, because that's the reason why you marry that person, because you love that person, you don't want to harm that person. So I think that some women are like that, they use. So you have to be careful about the games that you play, because not all people, they don't know the games. They know, but the sad part is you shown the game, but you don't know how to play. That's the problem, and that's the cause of you end up that scam. No, especially for those Western people sending money. If you don't send the money, the Filipina cannot do with that. Okay, because if you don't send money to her, then fine. If you send money to her, okay, don't say online that she's a scammer. Of course, I don't consider that a scam, because voluntarily give that money to her. Okay, the only thing is the things that you like for her, she never gave that to you. That's why you accuse her she's a scammer. Okay, scammer thing is just like she used your money without your permission, without your knowledge. That's a scam. But you gave that voluntarily to her, I don't think that's a scam. Magayos nga kayong mga afam kayo, ha? Be careful about saying scam, okay? Just like, a while ago, yesterday I was watching a video. There's a white American complain about the noise of the chicken. Come on, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to hear that noise of chicken, why you get the hotel or you Airbnb in the countryside? Go to Metro Manila. There's a lot of five-star hotel that you don't even like my place. Nobody here this yelling or but you are a cheap Westerner, so that's the result. Don't complain. Okay, what can you expect living in the countryside? People, especially here in the Philippines, people living in the countryside, they have a lots of animals that they grown. Number one, chicken. Chicken is so very noisy. Cows, dogs, goat. What can you expect with that early in the morning? Of course, early in the morning, you will hear the crackaco, the chicken. And then you go online and telling this, you're a cheap man for that. because you cannot afford to get the place that you can stay quiet. And you complain, come on, give me a break. The only thing I can tell those people complain about that because you're a cheap person. As simple as that. And then most of Filipina, this is so funny, Cece, because once the Filipina, okay, they send money to a Filipina because they don't have confidence in their self to deal with that Filipina, so they use their money to send. Of course, like we all know that we need money. You're telling I lie if you're gonna tell me you don't need the money. We need money, but sometimes Filipina they just entertain you because you sending money to her, but it's not the thing that you buy her whole life. No, you can't. So once the Filipina realized the bad side of you, of course, they kept distance on you and you were surprised. What happened to her? I sent her money. Why she suddenly changed towards me? And the thing is, she doesn't want to deal with you because she saw something red flag on you. So now you go online and tell the world that the Filipinas scam you. Come on, give me a break for that. Okay, there's a guy on here who is expat and he hang out near heavy saturated prostitutes or live stream. He doesn't eat. Yes, yeah, some they do. And that's one thing, some people fall for that. And some people use that, like I said, Cece, some people, they use that to get views. But at the end of the day, they're going to regret that for the consequence that they do in life. So remember, the Russian-American blogger? And now I don't know if it's still here in the Philippines. So he's not aware of that. So he thinks that he can do whatever he wants to do. But our government here, we no longer give some consideration for those tourists coming here in the Philippines, because the government know that tourists coming here in the Philippines, it boosts our economy. But it's no longer that, because some, I'm not saying all, some tourists here coming in the Philippines, they disrespect our laws and people. And that's what happened to him. Now I don't know if it's still in Camp Bagong Diwa, the Bureau of Immigration detention cell. I don't know if it's still there. So for Westerners, if you give money voluntarily to a Filipina, who's of course, once you give the money to the Filipina, of course they will not, they will not refuse, or they will not decline that. Of course, you give it heartedly to them. So, like I said, not all things that you can buy with your money. They will take your money, but I don't think that they will stay with you for the rest of your life or things that you want for them. As simple as that. Sometimes, you cannot buy money. Well, they take your money, but you cannot buy their, what inside their brain. As simple as that. And the bunch of thirsty pervs send him $100 super chat. Yeah, because that's part of Cece. That's part of her show, and they will do some nasty thing online. So those people that lonely, oh yeah, they enjoy that. They are entertained that. Yeah, a lot of Western people do that because they are lonely. They don't have confidence on their self. They can't find woman that really take care of them and stay with the stay on their side. Actually, that's part of entertainment. So it's, if you want to lose your money, then go there and send donation or what. At least you enjoy, what they're doing, what they're showing online. Yeah, actually, there's a Filipina that happened. I think there's a Filipina happened that they in Hong Kong that they do a party, and then suddenly the Filipina, she said that she was drunk, and then she never thinks that she has daughter here in the Philippines watching that, and then she's sitting on the lap of the white man, that you can really see that the way that she act, there's a penetration when she act like that, and then there's a lot of people in front of them that they do karaoke, and then she's surprised that one of those people upload that on Facebook, or yeah, in Facebook, and then she was surprised, and then it's so disgusting because her daughter knows that this is my mom doing during her day off in Hong Kong. And then she said there's no penetration there. So who believe you? Because the way you act, it's there's penetration there. So they're one who bring embarrassment to their self and to their family. So that's, sometimes that's the sad part, because they said they she drunk. Oh, come on. I I try to be drunk, but I'm still in my brain. The only thing I can't move is my body, because my body is heavy, but my mind is 100% normal. I know what I'm doing. That's why I say this, that this is the thing that when you drunk, but it's not the thing that you forget everything. Come on. Yeah. Did you watch that CC about the Filipina in Hong Kong, that you can really see, even though me, if I'm her sister, I so I don't really believe her, believe her um apology for that, because it really tells she's do it in purpose. We're not born yesterday, so that's the thing. So disgusting. We are family. I got my sisters with me. Wow, haven't seen the about Hong Kong thing. Oh, I think that was like month of um I'm not really sure, huh? I'm not really sure. I think that's the month of like April, May last year. Oh my goodness, you can really tell. You can really tell that Filipina. And then the way that she acts, it's just like you're watching you're just watching a foreign movie, the way she acts. And then, one of the people there, one of her friends upload that without her knowing. So everybody watched that in the world and judged her. Even though she go apologize and explain her side, damage is done. Damage is done. So me, doing this online, I don't do things that because just to after those people sending me a donation. It doesn't really matter. It it makes bring happiness to me if somebody willing to give donation on my channel, but I don't want to do something in front of my camera because this is worldwide. And of course, I have family, I have husband. Of course, my embarrassment is their embarrassment too. So I don't want to do things here. Maybe sometimes I'm just very outspoken for those people don't act right. So just to let them know that these things that they're doing online is not right. So it ruin your family, it ruin your reputation, and also Filipino people. Because I do believe in myself that I'm the representative of Filipino women. Okay? So I have to act right because some people think that all Filipino women are like that. But it's just like, if we don't show this the world, they gonna accuse us as like that. So I don't do that. I don't want to bring to my people disgusting and embarrassment thing. Same thing with my husband. Okay, he's very respectful here. My people respect him because he's the representative of American community, American citizen here in the Philippines. My mom always told me to carry myself in a respect way and do not embarrass the family name. Correct. Correct. I agree with that. And I agree with your mom, Cece. So that's the sad part. Okay. And then they said that why, this is one thing that they always blame about the money. They always say money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. Money is a non-living things. People use are living things. So people who use that into a bad, they are evil. But the money itself, it's not, because money is a non-living things. Just like because I have also well, I'm just started last first day of January 2026 about reels. Okay. So there's a lot of people send me a friend request. I understand the friend request. Okay, friend is just like to be say hi, just to be friend. But more than that, as are you single or what? And you can really see that the word friend, or they don't really value that, and you end up I'm not looking for a lover. I'm looking for what? So I accept you. I give you space on my space to be part of my community, but it's just like you ask me, uh I'm single, and you those kind of people are crazy, telling a person I love you. You don't even know me. I'm just be realistic for that. So I just get off about that. So I just block those people. Blocked. I'm not desperate because I'm happily married with my husband. And the only thing that I accept you once you've sent a friend request, because I know, but if you use the thing, just to harass me, or no, to bother me, oh come on, leave me alone. Nakakabalandra yung mukha ko sa labas. I think the kind of a strict thing about our parents. I think they get that from the Spanish time. I remember that when my dad alive. Okay, but both my parents as in heaven right now. Okay, so we all girls. So when I was teenager. So my father, my grandma's house, that's his parents. So about 1 kilometer distance in our home. So that time when I was in high school, so I was third year high school. So that time I was 13 years old. And then there's a engineering battalion. Engineering battalion of Philippine Army. So my father knows the best for his daughter. So every time that my father go to my grandma's house, he told us, "Don't open the door, don't open the window, just stay inside the house, don't go outside." And there's those engineering battalion, they really test us. Okay, they said, "Oh, Miss, I really want. Can I ask? Can I ask you to? Because they're thirsty. They ask water, and then we are very good girl to my father. Of course, we follow him. So what we did is, I have a younger sister, so that she was like 11, 10, 11, because our age gap is only 2 years. And then she told me, "Oh, Ate Lily, there's a guy there, uh, begging, water because they're thirsty." And then we told him, "Okay, there's a well there. Why don't you get the water there in the well? Because that water in the well is, you can drink that." And then they said, "Oh, there's no glass there." Oh my goodness. So what we did is, there's a empty bottle of water, bottled water. So we put water there, and we put string, and then uh, we uh, uh, bring into the window, and then let it grab with the string. And then we hear that they laughing because my father told us, "Oh, don't talk to this man." So when my father arrived, uh, did he asked, "Did you talk with this man?" Because there, we're on the highway. So and then my father told us, "Did you talk with these people?" And then we told him, "No, but they asked water. So what did you do?" We told my father that, "Oh, we just tie, the empty bottle of drinking water and then give it to them." And then my father told us, "Okay, that's good." So it reminds me when I was, when I was teenager that time. Because, my father told us that you are not yet allowed to have a boyfriend or suitors until you finish your school. So that's the happy moments with my dad during the time that, he was alive. Because I know my dad knows what their intention, so he gave us warning to us. That's so funny. Okay, so this is the last batch. Yeah, actually, Cece, we're all girls. That's why I understand that my dad is overprotected on us. I don't have brother because in my dad's side, the all boys, no sisters. So I think we get that. So we all girls and no brothers. So that's why, guys, for those people that so willing to be friend on me, I'm so very nice and considerate to them. As long as they're okay to me, nothing changed about my behavior towards them. But if they're gonna take that for granted, that my kindness and my consideration for them, I'm the one who keep distance on them because I do believe that you are not suitable to be my friend. Wow. But as I hope that you can watch, you can watch my short video. So I have video, short video, just only the pictures, CC. So check out because the title, it's my family, my Filipino family, and my American husband. So you can watch that. That's all my sisters. So how many sisters that I have? So the tree is in the province in Negros Occidental. So I have four sisters here. So when I saw that, Frank surrounded with girls, it reminds me of my dad. Okie dokie. So this is the last batch. While I'm waiting for that, it's time for me to clean the mess here. So let me put this in the cabinet. Maybe subconsciously you're close, you choose Frank because he had a characteristic that reminded you and your father. Ah, no, in fairness to him, no, I'm not. Because it's unfair to him. No, I pick him because I like him and I love him. Nothing else. So things that happen that like I mentioned that, it reminds me of that. No, I don't, I don't pick him. I don't marry him because I can see my father on him. No, it's not. So my father is totally different than Frank. But I understand, don't embarrass or what I said, but I understand you literally what you mean. So let me wash the dishes while I'm turn my back. So I'm gonna watch this. So and then I move this here. Okay. So when you bake, there's a lot of things that you have to wash it. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I'm just washing the dishes. I do believe, Filipino are more multi-tasker. I can bake while I'm talking. Nakikita niyo yung malaki kong braso. Okay. So, let me adjust. Okay. So that you can see, guys, my big arm. So I'm very conscious about my arm. Even though my husband told me that you're not fat, you're not, your arm is okay. I don't know. Just only my back you can able to see. Walang personalan ha. Trabaho lang. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, what brazo? Arm, arm. Brazo means arm. I the thing that when we teach my husband, because one of the Filipino dish that's made of beef. Okay, I don't know, Cici, if you know that. I don't know if your mom cooked that. We call that bulalo. It's a big beef shank that we use, and then with the bone marrow, 'cause that's the bulalo is. And then he mentioned about that it sounds like bulalo. He's shy, to learn some Tagalog because when we hear, American, the accent is different than the Filipino accent. And then he don't really comfortable about that. So I told him, no, we're not laughing at you because we insult you. We just laugh, or because we're happy you try your best to pronounce that word that you can barely pronounce it, because the sound is totally different. Yeah, no, that's linaga. That's linaga. But there's a part of beef that we use, the beef shank. Because you can make linaga just only the other part, but the bolalo, there's a special part of the beef that we Filipino use, that, like I said, the beef shank. How old are you, Cece? Actually, yeah, yeah, that's right. Beef, beef shank. Actually, Cece, I apply for my visa going to the United States. But I did twice, but they turned me down twice. So I stopped. But one day, if it's my time, to go to the United States, yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. I cannot really tell right now if I can stay there or just for vacation. Until I can visit United States. So that's the time I can tell to myself that I want to live here or I want to live in the Philippines. Agurang ka na? How old are you? Maybe I'm older than you. That's a very deep term for older people. Gurang. Sometimes people they use that for for insult. Gurang. But no, I just be honest. It's not a thing that you insult me. But like I said, some people they use that to insult. At least that's what my mom tells me. Gurang. Yeah, it depends. Like it depends the sentence that you use for that. Gurang. Okay, I'm done washing the dishes and wait for the last batch of my oatmeal cookies. Okay. How many kids you have? I'm sure you have. Okay, finish na. Oh, thank you for telling me your age. I appreciate that. Because not women are often, to tell their real age. Oh my God, a lot of cookies. So I let it cool this before I store this in a cookie jar. Let me read. I should feel blessed to be this old already. My mind doesn't feel old, but sometimes my body does. I agree with that. Because, speaking of that age, I'm in that same age also. So, yes. So, I agree what you said that, and before that, I try to run as much as I can. Oh my God, and now I can't. And then climbing the trees before when I was a kid, when I was teenager, I'm not afraid of. But now when I climb the ladder, that like 4 or 5 ladder, steps, I'm kind of a bit scared about that. Okay, so my age is on that age also, your age. So it's just like I yeah. So me, it's just like I'm aware of the food that I ate, and so that my skin don't get dry, or and I really wanted to every day to have a good sleep, enough sleep, over 8 hours, not less 8 hours, because that's the important thing also, especially when you reach that age. So we need a good sleep. Okay. So I think this is okay now. So it's hot. So there's a lot of cookies. So, oh yeah, no, I'm old. I'm old. Do I look? No, I don't know. For me, I'm old. No, I still have kulabot. I still have kulabot on, see, my forehead. So I have some gray hair too. You see my face. I have some kulabot. But it's just like, I don't really worry about my kulabot or my gray hair. Okay, it's part of my, my old, part of getting old. So it's given. So that's one thing only that I really want, is to have a good sleep. And I think that's important also, that you have loving and understanding. My I have a loving and understanding husband, so it won't my kulubot make fast shine on my face. So that's one thing. You have a peaceful life with your spouse. So I think it's, that's important, that also, that where we're not easy to get a wrinkle. So once again, guys, I really appreciate, especially you, Cici, for stay tuned and sharing your opinion with me and comment things that I mentioned a while ago. So once again, guys, thank you so much, and I hope that I can share with this a bunch of oatmeal cookies with pecans. So yes, so we avoid, sometimes, things that's why it's important to me to have, a peace, peace, peace of mind, because, well, sometimes, the evil side of me, I cannot really tell everyone, especially you, CC, that, I'm like this. But sometimes I can see, my husband also see the evil side of me, but it's not as bad as what other people do, because I know to handle myself for that, and I'm not really into that. So sometimes that's very normal, to feel sometimes upset, but it's not really. You don't really have to make into a big deal. Sometimes, we people, especially women, okay, women, okay, women, we do tampo, okay. So it's just like, sometimes tampo is not really in depth to uh, into a fight. Sometimes we do tampo because, especially for those men, we do a little tampo because we need your attention. So my attention is fully, I fully get that from my husband, because my husband is retired, so he's always there beside me. So that's why we always tell him that sometimes somebody, he's not the one who create my sadness, my frustration, my disappointment. Other people create that. So, and then he said, don't think that, okay, don't make it into personal. Okay, so yeah, I learned that from him. So it's just like, yeah, I think that's the good thing, that it really helps to have a, to have a understanding and loving partner, not only for the husband, as well the wife as well. Yes, correct. We're human. So yeah. So I don't want to stay long because I already reached the 2 hours, guys. So I really appreciate, and I hope I can share some ideas for you guys. Just watch this video, guys, because I don't want to mention, because I already mentioned. I don't need to write the ingredients, but I already mentioned the ingredients. All you have to do is just watch for that. Okay, so once again, thank you so much, guys, and have a good day to everyone. So, bye.